Hello all. Kind of a short little video today. How short? Long enough to hear what I need to say, but short enough to still be short. Have you noticed that humanity is going more and more insane? It just isn't making any sense what's happening. And I'm not just talking about all the world scandals that are going on right now, where the mobsters are being revealed of who and what they're doing. Yet the mobsters' approval rating is going up. Insane. Now, the Orange Man here in the US has announced that the greenhouse gas emissions department of the US will be discontinued and defunded, meaning that even if the EPA comes down on somebody for polluting and they have to reduce their greenhouse gases, there'll be no way to measure it. Isn't that just like the mob? Insanity. Yet people don't seem to care whether their water is now more polluted and their air is more polluted, and the protections, consumer protections, are absolutely gutted. If you haven't noticed, buying stuff is now a chancy thing of whether it'll work or not, because there is no protection agency here in the US to protect the consumers from crap being sold to them. Is that better? How can that be better? I'd love to hear from an Orange supporter who thinks that he's doing such a great job. Where? Pulled out of the Paris Climate Accord, which is now causing chaos among nations. They can't get it together. The UN pre-climate talks, the ones before the big Paris climate talks that are coming up, fell through and collapsed, and they all left. So, another point I wanted to make was what's happening in the Arctic and the Antarctic. But let's just talk about the Arctic since it's so close to home here in the US. The Arctic is experiencing heat surges. Now, they've talked about these surges before with extreme melting of ice all at once and causing global sea level surges, which are supposed to start any time now. So once again, the Arctic is in a heat wave. In fact, the temperatures have spiked 30 degrees Fahrenheit above normal. So let's go over and look at some history on this. Let's go over to the Greenland ice cap at Cape Morris and look at the history of heat spikes in that area. Let's start at the beginning. In 1997 saw the first heat spike. It was small, but it was the first one, and it was the only one during that year. The next time there was a spike was 2011, where there were 5 incidents of heat spikes and higher temperatures. Then there was 2017, which saw 7 spikes, and yet higher temperatures still. And 2018, yes, so far we have seen 59 heat spikes in the Arctic. And the sea ice is 5 inches thinner than it was last year at this time. It's so important that we deal with this problem, but yet it's collapsing. Nobody cares. Everybody's just full steam ahead. More fossil fuel, more gutting of our planet, more mining. Just go at it, he says. You know, that's crazy. Where's our responsibility? And nowadays, we teach our children to lie as much as possible. That's what we're teaching our kids, how to wheel and deal in business in a sleazy kind of way. Still looking for the button.